Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about something really important, something I've seen happen to so many hardworking Filipinos. Have you ever felt like you're earning a decent salary, maybe 40, 50, or even 80,000 pesos a month, but at the end of the day, you still feel broke? You feel like you're just running on a treadmill, working hard, but not really getting anywhere financially. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. This is a common experience for many in the Filipino middle class. It's not always about having a low income. Often it's about falling into subtle financial traps that nobody really warns you about. These traps are designed to look like success, but they can secretly drain your resources and keep you stuck. Today we're going to expose 5 of these traps, so you can spot them, avoid them, and finally start building real sustainable wealth. Let's get into it. First up, the most common and sneakiest trap of them all, lifestyle creep. What is it? It's that feeling when you get a promotion or a salary increase and your first thought isn't, great, more money to save or invest, but, great, now I can finally afford that new iPhone, or that new car, or that bigger apartment. Sound familiar? Here's how it plays out. You start your career, maybe earning 25,000 pesos. You live simply, commute, and maybe share an apartment. Each individual purchase seems manageable. A 15,000 peso car amortization? Kaya yan? A 12,000 peso rent? It's a nice place. But when you add it all up, suddenly your 25,000 peso raise is completely gone. You're left with the same amount of savings you had before or even less. You're working harder, you have more responsibility, but your financial health hasn't improved. You've simply inflated your lifestyle to match your new income. The problem is, this cycle never ends. The next raise goes to a bigger car, a better condo, more expensive vacations. You're accumulating liabilities, not assets, and one small emergency can bring the whole house of cards down. This leads us perfectly into our second trap, the condo investment myth. We've all been approached by property agents, right? They paint a beautiful picture. Sir, ma'am, buy this pre-selling condo. The monthly down payment is low, and once it's turned over, you can rent it out. The rental income will pay for the mortgage. It's a self-liquidating asset, passive income. It sounds like a guaranteed win, but is it? For many, it's not the gold mine they were promised. First, let's talk about the hidden costs. There are high homeowner association dues, which can be thousands of pesos a month whether your unit is occupied or not. Then there's property tax, maintenance for repairs, and maybe furnishing the unit to make it attractive to renters. And the biggest assumption is that you can easily find a tenant. The reality in many urban areas, especially Metro Manila, is that there's an oversupply of rental condos. Your unit is competing with hundreds of others just like it in the same building and the surrounding area. This drives rental prices down. Your unit might sit empty for months, but you still have to pay the mortgage, the association dues, and all the other costs out of your own pocket. What was supposed to be a source of passive income has now become a massive financial drain. It's not to say that property is a bad investment, but you have to be extremely careful, do your research, and not just believe the marketing hype. It's a business, not a magic money machine. Okay, trap number 3, and this one is dangerously easy to fall into. Buy now, pay later, and the illusion of easy credit. Services like G-Credit, Pay Later, and credit card installments are everywhere. They're incredibly convenient. That 10,000 peso gadget you want? No need to pay up front. Just split it into 12 small payments of 900 pesos a month. It feels so light, so affordable. What's 900 pesos, right? The danger is how these small payments stack up. You get the gadget on installment. Then you see a nice pair of shoes, also on installment. Then you use a BNPL service for your groceries because you're a bit short this week. Before you know it, you're juggling 5 or 6 different installment plans. Each one is small, but together, they add up to 5,000, 8,000, or even 10,000 pesos a month. Suddenly, a huge chunk of your salary is already spoken for before you even receive it. It's for paying off things you bought months ago. This kills your cash flow and leaves you with very little money for your actual needs, savings, or emergencies. You become a slave to your past purchases. It's a debt cycle that's very difficult to break because the temptation to just add one more small installment is always there. This convenience comes at a very high price, and it's one of the fastest ways to feel broke even with a good income. Next, trap number 4 is a modern one, treating your e-wallet like a bank account. Let's be honest, Gcash, Maya, and other e-wallets are amazing. They've made our lives so much easier. Paying bills, transferring money, buying load, it's all just a few taps away. But here's the mistake many people make. They start using it as their primary savings account. They keep all their money, their entire payroll, their emergency fund, everything in one e-wallet. Why is this risky? First, convenience can be a double-edged sword. When you're spending money and your savings are in the same place, it's incredibly easy to overspend. That Pay with Gcash button is just too tempting. There's no psychological barrier like withdrawing cash from an ATM. Second, and more importantly, is the security risk. While these platforms have security measures, they are not immune to problems. Accounts can get frozen for verification. Systems can go down. And worst of all, your account could be hacked or compromised through phishing scams. Imagine waking up one morning to find your e-wallet, with all your life savings in it, completely empty. Or finding your account is locked, and you can't access your funds for weeks. While these platforms are insured by the PDIC for up to 500,000 pesos, the process to recover your money can be stressful and time-consuming. Your e-wallet should be for your daily transactions, a digital version of the cash in your physical wallet. Your serious savings, your buffer fund, should be in a separate, secure, traditional or digital bank account. Don't put all your eggs in one digital basket. And that brings us to the final and perhaps most critical trap, having no real buffer fund. We are often so focused on paying our monthly bills and maybe indulging in a little lifestyle creep that we forget to build a safety net. A buffer fund or an emergency fund is a pool of money set aside specifically for unexpected life events. This isn't your savings for a vacation or a new phone. This is your, oh no, something went wrong fund. What kind of events? A sudden medical emergency for you or a family member, an urgent and expensive car or home repair, or the big one, losing your job. In the Philippines, where job security can be unpredictable, this is not a matter of if, but when you might face a financial shock. Without a buffer fund, one single hospital bill can wipe you out. It can force you to take out high-interest loans, borrow from family, or sell your assets at a loss. If you lose your job, you'll be forced to accept the very first offer that comes along, even if it's not a good fit, because you have bills to pay. A proper emergency fund, ideally 3 to 6 months worth of your essential living expenses, gives you peace of mind. It gives you options. It's the ultimate defense against sliding back to zero. Building this fund should be your #1 financial priority, above all else. So there you have it. 5 traps that keep the Filipino middle class stuck. Lifestyle creep. The condo investment myth. The easy credit trap. Using e-wallets as banks. And having no buffer fund. The scary part is that these traps don't just affect people with lower incomes. They hit people earning 40K, 60K, 80K a month, or even more, just as hard. Success isn't just about how much you earn, it's about how much you keep and how wisely you manage it. The first step to avoiding these traps is awareness. Now that you know what to look for, you can start making conscious choices. Track your expenses. Create a budget. Prioritize building your emergency fund. Be critical of investment opportunities. And use credit and digital tools wisely, not impulsively. It's a journey, and it won't happen overnight. But by making small, smart changes, you can break free from the cycle and start building a truly secure financial future. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please hit that like button, and if you have your own experiences with these traps, or have other tips to share, please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. Until next time, stay wise and take care.